Untitled Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is September the 23rd, 2021. And we're going to be talking about AEW's Dynamite's Grand Slam. This is supposed to be a big show because, ladies and gentlemen, they got Sting in it. Who the heck wants to see Sting in a wrestling match? I'm sorry, but old school guys needs to stop trying to be in these matches, please. Like the Big Show, like even Mark Henry, Sting. I thought this was all for the younger guys. Where's the younger guys? Like we saw Arn Anderson botch. Even Mr. Tully Blanchard took forever when he got punched in the face by Sting to get out of the ring. Oh man, guys, these older wrestlers, that is Hall of Famers of the WWE, stop trying to get involved. Please. Just stop. Just let the younger guys fight. Let them do this, please. We got AEW. Not a lot of big segments happen. We got CM Punk said some words because this Friday he has a match against Powerhouse Hobby Hobb. Because what just happened to him last week almost got put through the table. Technically, he did not go through the table. But, ladies and gentlemen, that happened. Nothing else, no big segments happened. Nothing really big. We know that Sammy Guevara has a TNT Championship match next week on AEW Dynamite, normal name, against Miro. And he says that when he wins the title, he's going to celebrate by buying Fego del Sol's a new car. Because he lost his car at Rampage. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had a dream match. We got Kenny Omega versus Brian Danielson. Yes, I had to say Brian Danielson now, not Daniel Bryan. I didn't get used to it because now his name is Brian Danielson. I understand he done that in the indie shows, but I only saw him in WWE, and he was Daniel Bryan. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. It was a hard-hitting match, back and forth. But they took a little longer to, when the fans were cheering, beginning of the match, the fans were cheering and they were looking at the audience, smiling, but they took forever. They wasted time. But it was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it, but at the end, nobody won. Because it was a time limit draw. Guys, I think that's way worse than having a double disqualification. That's what WWE does, and everybody gets mad about that, but I think time limit draw means absolutely nothing. It was a great match, but are they going... How is Brian Danielson supposed to get a title match if nothing happened? Nobody on Kenny Omega's side interfered, and nobody on Brian Daniels' side interfered. Tony Khan can't get mad at Kenny Omega because the Young Bucks came out, because they didn't. He can't say, oh, Kenny Omega, you're going to defend that title against Brian Danielson because he did not earn the shots, because nothing happened. Tony Khan can't get mad about it. How is he going to put the title on the line? Nobody ruined the match. Technically, the time limit ruined the match. I hope AEW in the future they get rid of that time limit, because it's stupid. People want to see the wrestling, but we have a time limit. This is not amateur wrestling. This is not any kind of other sports. This is wrestling. This is entertainment wrestling. Why are we had to have a time limit? Freaking WWE could have an hours-long wrestling match. And this is where people want a chance. Fight forever. In AEW, they can't. They can't fight forever because they have a freaking time limit. So they can't fight forever. But in WWE, fight forever. They could fight forever. Because there's no stupid time limit. Yes, I'm ranting because it was stupid. It's way worse having a double disqualification or a disqualification or a count out. Because now, if it was a champion got disqualified, the management, like if it was WWE, Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville could get pissed at it and then make the champion defend their title and make sure they don't run away. Tony Khan can't really get mad about it because nobody got disqualified, nobody got counted out. There was nothing. So how they're going to put a championship match on here? They're going, let's give them a rematch in another time limit draw. Seriously. But, ladies and gentlemen, they were still brawling. They were still fighting until the Young Bucks and Adam Cole came out, and some referees, I believe. They came out to stop it. And then, out of nowhere, all three guys did a super kick on Brian Danielson until Luchasaurus, Christian Cage, and Jungle Boy came out to save Brian Danielson. Because this Friday, there's going to be a trios match. The Elite, Adam Cole, and the Young Bucks versus Christian Cage and the Jurassic Express. So that's happening. I got really upset about the time limit drop because they can't fight forever, and the fans can't really chant fight forever because they can't. They can't fight forever. So what's the point in chanting that? I can't chant that. Fight forever, but there's a time limit draw. There's a time limit of when these wrestlers have to stop fighting. Oh, man. Man, it's not like UFC. It's not like any other sport that has time limits. This is supposed to be wrestling. This is supposed to... They're supposed to fight how long they want to, or how long the creative wants them to fight. Not because of a time limit. That was a horrible storytelling. Sorry, guys, but that was horrible. But, ladies and gentlemen, next match we have MJF versus Brian Pillman Jr. No, this one was not a time limit. We actually had a winner. But, ladies and gentlemen, MJF was getting a little sassy with Julia Hart because Julia Hart is upset. I believe she's like the sister of Brian Pillman. Is she the sister? Or she's dating him? I don't know. I don't remember. But Julia Hart was arguing with MJF, and he says, "Why don't you give me a kiss?" And he got himself distracted. Brian Pillman tried to attack. He did a baseball slide or wrecking ball drop kick. And then he put him back in the ring. He was about to do the flying arm clothesline like his father does. But he got caught and got an arm bar, and he had to tap out. MJF wins the match. Then we have Malachi Black versus Cody Rhodes. Well, Malachi Black is supposed to be the heel, and Cody Rhodes is supposed to be the face. But the fans were booing Cody Rhodes. That was weird. Brandy Rhodes made her return. It didn't matter. Because they still booed Cody Rhodes. Well, mostly Arn Anderson and Brandy Rhodes was doing a lot of distractions onto Malachi Black when Brandy Rhodes sit in the middle of the ring with Malachi Black, and then she stick the middle fingers. I am not going to do that to you guys. But she stood the middle fingers and said the F word to Malachi Black, and then Cody Rhodes attacked him. And then the funny part is that Arn Anderson, he had a spot to do because Cody Rhodes has to accidentally hit Arn Anderson off the apron. But he went on the other side of the apron, and then he was trying to go around the corner, and then he slips off the apron. Even the commentary talk about it. He slipped on the apron, and then he went back on the apron to do his spot. Oh, man, that was just funny. But, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes loses by the Black Miss, by Malachi Black, and then a roll-up. Malachi Black wins the match. Arn, you're not that agile anymore. So stop trying, man. Please, stop trying. You're going to get yourself hurt, and Tony Khan has to pay the hospital bills. Don't do that. Tony Khan, stop putting him in the storylines. Jeez, thank God Jake the Snake Roberts is gone. I haven't seen him for a while. He's not been with Lance Archer. You don't see this guy get hurt. Arn Anderson just falls off of the apron. He could break a hip. Why are you guys doing this? Then we got Sting and Darby Allin versus FTR. The only thing I didn't like is that Sting was in this match. The only thing I didn't like is Sting is in this match because he's a legend. Too many legends want to be in the same ring with the younger guys. So the younger guys can't do their wrestling moves. The crazy flips. The crazy moves to a legend. A guy that they could hurt very badly if they miss this opportunity to do their move. Like if they miss it and it ends dangerous, it won't be really dangerous with the young guy. Maybe he just need to go to the trainer office and see what happens. He might not have to go in the hospital, but if it happened to Sting, he might have to go in the hospital. This is why the old school guys need to stop trying to be in the matches. They could be hurt really bad from the younger guys. Because they're not just doing amateur wrestling. They're not just doing like the Attitude Era wrestling. It's not just suplexes. It's not just scoop slams. They're doing flips. They're making everybody go flipping. They're doing crazy moves. And if they did that to Sting or Big Show or Mark Henry, even on Christian, they could get hurt. Even with Edge as well in WWE, but he made good matches. He made good matches, but I'm not saying Christian. I think Christian could still do it. Christian still could do it. He looks younger than Sting. He looks younger. Well, Big Show kind of looks younger, but the guy had more injuries and more surgeries than Christian has. It sounds like it, but I think Christian could still do it. He hasn't botched a lot of moves. Not like Sting. Sting looks like he couldn't lift up people. But, guys, seriously. Even when Sting punched Tully Blanchard, and Tully Blanchard supposed to fall on the apron and roll out of the ring, he was holding onto the ropes like like an hour. Not an hour, but a couple of minutes, and then he falls out of the ring. Because he doesn't want to hurt himself. Why you do the bump? Why? Why does Tony Khan wants the old guys take a bump? I don't understand that. Because they put a chair in the corner and they tried to fake it because Sting looks like he didn't see it. And then he doing the Stinger Splash, and then Scott Dawson moved and Stinger stopped himself, and then he just punched Tully Blanchard. Why couldn't he punch one of the FTR guys? Why did it have to be Tully Blanchard? Why couldn't it be any other Pinnacle guys as the manager of this match? Why did it have to be Tully Blanchard? I feel sorry for the old guys that has to take the bumps. And it's on the apron. The apron is supposed to be the hardest part of the ring. And they're taking bumps on the apron. I feel sorry for these guys. I hope Arn Anderson feels better. I hope he's not really injured. He didn't look like he was really injured. I guess he knocked some wind out with his pipes. But it doesn't look like he's really injured. I'm hoping Tully Blanchard's not injured. Sting didn't look like he was injured, but he was huffing and puffing. But I hope these guys are okay. Tony Khan, you have young, talented wrestlers that actually could take a bump. Could take the bump, and you didn't have to call the hospital and pay for the bills. Because these guys actually could hurt themselves. But the winner of that match was Sting and Darby Allin. Tony Schiavone or Jim Ross didn't know what Sting's submission move was. It was a Scorpion Deathlock, JR, or Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone should know what it is, even JR, because they were commentary of WCW, where Sting made his legacy. And you guys don't remember his submission? Seriously? I think Excalibur might know what that is. Sting and Darby Allin wins. I've been getting angry at this. I don't know why, but Jesus, I feel sorry for the older guys. Too many older guys taking bumps. Then we have Britt Baker defending her title against Ruby Soho. With a lot of distraction from Rebel and Jamie Hayter, Ruby loses the match and lost her title shots to Britt Baker. With the lockjaw. I'm not going to do it to myself because that's just nasty. I don't want to make myself puke if I had to put it down my throat. I don't know what she does. I think she puts it down here. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm sorry for the ranting, but ladies and gentlemen, the time limit draws and having the older guys take the bumps, it gets me upset because it just does. People get upset when WWE does double disqualification, but they actually could make a story of that. And with time limit draws, the management, whoever, Tony Khan, because he's the boss, and if you want to make a story, you want Tony Khan to yell at Kenny Omega because, oh, the Young Bucks attack Daniel Bryan or Brian Danielson. Or Don Callis did something, and then he gets mad, and then he gives Brian Danielson a championship match. That's what WWE does to make the championship match happen. And people get upset about that, but how are you going to make the story now? Brian Danielson doesn't get his championship match? Was that match for nothing? Or is this his debut match? And his debut match is not when he wins? Isn't it every debut match for a new wrestler wins? That happened to Adam Cole. He wins, but Brian Danielson gets a draw. Pretty cool. And for the older guys, I just feel sorry for them. They had to land on the apron. I understand Tony Blanchard has to hold himself. He didn't want to break his back, but why? Why would the creative want to see older guys in their 60s, they're limping or crunched down because their back hurts, see them hurt themselves? Why? I think it's sad. I understand it's entertainment, but that's not entertaining. I just feel sad, man. I'm sorry to say it, but I feel sad. But ladies and gentlemen, you know what to do if you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me today. Tell us out. Bye.